is up, world? Welcome back to another episode of Clark Crew Reviews. It's your boy Donovan. So last night I went and seen the highly anticipated sci-fi flick of the year extravaganza, Dune 2 or Dune Part 2, however you want to characterize that title. You know, I gotta admit something that there was a lot of hype around Part 1. I'd never seen Part 1. They did the day and day release where they put it in theaters and they put it on HBO Max at the old regime. I'm sure if you pay attention to anything in the movie industry, you would know that. If not, whatever. There was different leadership, so they put it on HBO Max to help get that going, and they put it in the theater, so it hindered its box office performance. But I digress. So the movie really didn't call my name. I heard good things about it, but it took me like 3 years to watch that movie because I seen it on there and I was like, man, this movie doesn't look that exciting. Do I want to spend over 2 hours watching this shit? I never did. Never got motivated to watch it. And then, recently I watched it. And the first one, it wasn't a bad movie, but I get it. It was built up. Trying to, set the table for everything. It was, a lot of backstabbing and treachery. The cinematography is beautiful. It just didn't work for me. I don't understand the hype, right? Won all kinds of Academy Awards. So then Part 2's been hyped up for a while. The reviews, the viewings that's went into it, the early screenings, and people have had rave reviews about it, So I went last night and seen the shit. And I'm going to try not to give I ain't going to give no spoilers. I'm just going to tell you guys that I feel the same way about the second one. Listen, it's by no means a bad movie, right? There's a lot more action in this because there ain't really hardly any action in the first one. There's a lot more action in this. Still looks beautiful. The acting's good. I just don't understand the hype. I just don't think it's as great as everybody says it is. Like if I was gonna give it a score, I would give it just a B. And for me, 1 or Part 2, the rewatchability is very minimal. They do Zendaya's character dirty. Paul Atreides, his ascension feels rushed and almost given to him because he hits none, if any, roadblocks on his conquest of revenge in the name of his father. Some of the stuff that happens they don't really explain it. Like when they ride those giant worms, like you see the hook and it like lifts a piece of the worm up, and it's like these. I'm assuming that the part of the worm has to be flush with the rest of the body so it can go through the sand. If it's not doing that, it stays on the surface. Because the whole time I'm wondering, why doesn't it just dive? How did this giant worm even notice these little hooks and this person on its back? And then later in the movie, there's like 7 of them when they're traveling together. They just happen to be traveling the same distance at the same speed, like it's choreographed, like they're riding horses. David Bautista's character turns into a little punk. The dude that plays Elvis, I don't know his name. He's just, to me, he was a generic psychopath, battle hungry person. Like people are saying he's one of the greatest villains in cinema history. I've seen that. So, man, somebody's tripping. But Josh Brolin's character, he's in it. He really don't do too much. But like at the end of it too, like I just kept thinking that like a lot of these movies, it just boils down to the white man's savior complex. Like they always put it in the white guy in position to save everybody. I try to watch movies just to watch it, but sometimes like Avatar, everybody in the cast except a new one, the couple one is played by somebody of color, but the main hero protagonist is a white man. On here, young white guy, he just whooping everybody, commanding. He got special gifts. He trains his gifts even more, and he just takes over and leads everybody. Like he just has to be the savior. And I just don't get that, and I can't stand that. And sometimes I don't always notice it, but lately I've been noticing it a lot. But I don't want to rant on. I don't want to keep going too long. I mean, there's a lot that happens in the movie, but there isn't a lot that happens in the movie, and it just kind of ends. Like they definitely end it like they're going into a part three. Like there's no ifs ands about the way it ends. It doesn't end even like the movie's over. Like they ended like it was a cut scene, like they're about to go to another scene. But no, they ended it, and they do part three. It's gonna if it starts right back there, then it would only make sense. So, but I just like even somebody said Zendaya. She said the hardest part is that she's never going to be in anything this good. I'm just like, what? I mean, it's creative. A lot of people say it's like a knockoff from Star Wars, which I can see in some regards, I just don't understand the hype. I don't get it. I give it a B. Give it a solid B. Like I said, it was beautiful. The story is not unoriginal. I mean, all the characters played their part well. I just don't think I could watch it again. Maybe one time just to see if there's something. Every time you watch a movie, you see something new, but I couldn't keep watching this. Hell no. Hell no. No, and then nobody pays attention to my movie reviews anyway, so I wasn't even gonna do this shit. So if you get on here hating, kiss my ass. Y'all let me know what y'all thought of Dune 2 in the comments section down below. While you're here, like, share, and subscribe to your boy's channel. Until next time, y'all take it easy. Game recognized game. Peace.